I don't mind taking your man. I'm a love star woman. I'm coming. Hey, I'm a love star woman. Oh, I'm love star. I hear a storm is coming our way. I guess we'll have to stay in. Get tangled up in sleepy play. Take your time, baby, got all day. Let it rain, let it rain. I've been waiting patiently. Let it rain, let it rain. Keep you here with me. I hope it really comes down. We'll have to break all of our plans. Skip that trip into town. Find a good use for your hands. Let it rain, let it rain. I've been waiting patiently. Let it rain, let it rain. Keep you here with me. Oh, let it rain. Let it rain. Yeah. Rain, let it rain. Get in the quiet before the storm. The only sound our hearts beating. Here with you, safe and warm. Your touch is all I'm needing. Let it rain, let it rain. I've been waiting patiently. Let it rain, let it rain. Keep you here with me. Let it rain, let it rain. I've been waiting patiently. Let it rain, let it rain. Keep you here with me.
You're listening to Classic Blues and R&B.
On the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Every day with my baby, it's getting sweeter and sweeter. Every day with my baby, it's getting sweeter and sweeter. I love you is what I told her. Let's make love, the war is over. Let's wipe the slate squeaky clean. And start all over again. Let's wipe the slate squeaky clean. And start all over again. I love you is what I told her. Let's make love, the war's over. Don't hold a grudge against me. Every day I pay for my sin. Give me a leather heat and begin. I love you is what I told her. Let's make love. Oh, no. to feed my child. Now here's what I really got to do. My dad's a boy, you got to get out the rain. Mom said, son, did you hear what he said? You can't lay around if you want to get it in. The cost of living is outrageous. The price of love is devastating. I got to keep moving, my family got to leave. My uncle got his hand up on the sound of music. Everything I do seems to be in vain. Seems like the more I do, look like the less I gain. I've got to step, keep on stepping. I got to keep step on, step on, step on, step on, yeah. I got to keep step, step. I got to keep step. I got to get money, stay in style. Got to get money, stay in style. I got to get money to feed my child. I've got to step, keep on stepping. Step on, step on, step on, step on, yeah. Hey, keep moving. I got to keep on stepping. I got to keep moving. If I wanna survive, I got to step on, step on, step on, step on, yeah. Solution, where is it? Is in my brains. Come on. If I don't make it, I got myself to blame. I've got to step, keep on stepping. Step on, step on, step on, step on. I got to move, keep on stepping. I got to keep on stepping. I got to oh, no money can't eat. Got to find a job to make my life complete. So I'm up in the morning at 5 o'clock, and then I step, I can't afford to stop. Because the cost of living is almost never pay. I got to keep stepping if I want to get ahead. I can't read, I never learned how to write. My whole life has been one big fight. But since I'm stepping, I'm not scared. I'm a step by the school, cause if I don't want it, running midnight, the game was here. So I can feed my family and pay my bills. My shorty came to me, so daddy, I know the beat. I got to make her understand, got to come cheap. My little shawty, I tell you what to do. Now you make the first step and I'll make it too. Some of you may think that that's a little rough. I take my shorties and raise the bar so they can be big, strong and tough, and keep on stepping. I got to get moving, got to get money, stay in style. I got to get money to feed my child. I've got to step, I got to feed my baby. Keep on stepping, I got to feed my baby. Step on, step on, step on, step on, yeah. I got to get money, stay in style. I got to get money to feed my child. I've got to step, keep on stepping. Step on, step on, step on, step on, yeah. I got to get money, gotta get money.
All right, folks, you just heard my man, the old root doctor who was here with us last week, talking that smack. He said you got to be stepping. That's what he said you got to do, and I believe him too. So you got to get up out of town. So, you got no time for the government and all that crap. And you also heard Eddie Cotton. The war is over. I'm the one who's paying the price for it too, baby. And you heard Miss Deb Ryder, Let It Rain, Val McKnight, I'm a love star woman. Of course, O.B. Buchanan kicked us off in the musical segment here with Rowdy, as well as Ray Charles, opening up the program as he does each and every Saturday night here on Classic Blues and R&B. Here with the old Magnolia Man. Oh boy, I love that. Green and white. I don't know what I got to check out and see what the hell my Tigers do today. Did they beat the Mudcats of Tennessee there? Malcolm X College, 1900 West Jackson. It's an action-packed day of workshops and a resource fair to meet the ever-changing needs for your family. Workshops and panels, discussions on rethinking Black family values. Black Club organizing in the 21st century. Accessing scholarship dollars for college. Job re-entry tips for second chance citizens and more. The pavilion for men, women, and seniors. Stop by and visit with over 30 exhibitors offering helpful resources and information. The WVON Family Care Expo is Saturday, October 6th at Malcolm X College from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Presented by Relevant Marketing and WVON. See you there. Direct, come on out to the old WVON Family Care Expo. That's exactly right, folks. We got a lot of things that us, colored folks have to do, you know. And you lost it when I think people start calling African American. I think that was some outside strategies. But we got so much outside. You would let everybody distract us, you know, on some old garbage. Don't forget you can give me a shout here. You know, we got a couple of tickets here to give away for the Windy City Blues Festival coming up down in Lyons, Illinois. Illinois is on Cermak, in the Cermak Woods, down at 7701 West Ogden Avenue on the 22nd and the 23rd. The show's on the Saturday starts at 11 a.m. and ends at 11:30 p.m. And on Sunday from noon until 7:30 p.m. So come on out and join us there. So I got a pair of tickets to give away. So whoever calls here, you can get those tickets. Gerald will be glad to talk to you too. Gerald like talking to you folks out there. So y'all don't want to talk to me, that's okay. How you doing, my man Solomon out there now? What the hell is it, Colorado out there? They tell me y'all got to watch out for the for the pot wars. Some people, I wonder how many people know that the former House Speaker John Boehner is part of a group who's dealing with herbs, the marijuana industry. I think they call it hemp. I think that's what they call it for. You know, but yeah, they're doing it, folks. See, George Soros, you may or may not know the billionaire. I think he's going to go broke, especially if Judge Kavanaugh hearing, Brett Kavanaugh's hearing for the Supreme Court lasts more than a week. He got to bail these folks out, I guess. I'm pretty sure he put them up there to do some agitating and all of that other stuff, you know. Some people say, well, yeah, but you know what, folks? We got some sinister stuff going on, and we got to find out who behind them. A lot of these folks, you know, you don't even know who's doing what. It's like the damn statues. Now, I could care less about them being there. They should be in a museum. I think most of us agree with that, who understand. But hell, in the 60s, we paid no attention to the damn statues. We were more interested in the statues that we could get to pass, you know, legislation, you know, and make sure that our dollars and my granddaddy's dollar and all that stuff, because hell, he was paying the taxes then. I wasn't, you know, I was just going to school and stuff. Their money went to the right places, you know. But somebody's manipulating us, folks. Not us. They manipulating the African Americans. So the African Americans better watch out, folks. Because us colored folks, we know who and what we are. One thing about the Democratic Party, the thing that pisses me off, but if I'm not a Republican or Democrat, I can give a doggone less. Neither one of them. I don't pay any bills to none of them. But I think the one thing about it, the Americans and the black Americans in the damn Democratic Party, they will not stand up for black citizens of our country at all. They just sit there and they showboat and act as if they're interested, but they don't do any damn thing to challenge the leadership of the Democratic Party. I want to say farewell to Burton Leon Reynolds. Should have started the show out with him on that, but I enjoyed his acting. I want to say farewell to him as he make his exit to the next transition in life. Burt once said, "Marriage is the most expensive way for the average man to get laundry done." I guess by taking everything out the house, or the lady taking everything from him. Burt was married to Lonnie Anderson, and cost him quite dearly when he got ready to get rid of that. It's cost him a lot of money. Folks, ignorance is the most costly crop that any community can produce. How in the hell did we get to this point? The point of saying that it's a shame to have a job. When you get to something like Jeffrey Owens, whose father was a congressman, folks, if you didn't know it, the boy, I'm pretty sure he had other resources. Working at a Trader Joe is not a shame. Working at McDonald's is not a shame. Working at Walmart is not a shame, folks. But it's a damn shame that idiots who think doing those jobs is a shame. You work. I don't think most folks understand what the politicians, what the actors go through. An actor is a contract worker, He works from job to job. Last week, we just celebrated the Labor Day weekend, right? And by celebrating the Labor Day weekend, most of us who came out of the industrial industries, we had unions, we had contracts, we had a 40-hour week. The unions got us a 40-hour week. The unions got us a vacation. The unions also got us a 40-hour week, as I said, got us a basic wage, and all of that stuff, insurance and all that. That's what the industrial unions did. I was with the UAW for many years, and when I ended up retiring from television, I was with the National NABAT, that's what we call it. And the thing about it, folks, when you're an actor, you are working from job to job, okay? Like many young folks are doing today, they got two jobs, so they work from this job to that job. But that's basically what it is. And see this young man out there doing a trader's Joe's job is not a disgrace. It's the disgrace of the idiots who thought they were shaming somebody. Like I said, we're in a cruel time, in our society. And the role of an actor, folks, is simply to act. And if he can't get no acting, he got to do something to pay the bills. Okay, remember that. Now, everybody you see out there not making a lot of money. They're not. They're making it from day to day, just like you and I. All right, here we go with some more music here.
Top of the hour, sir.
We're coming up at the top of the hour, he told me. That's what he said on the top of the hour. Hell, I didn't know I had talked that long. Why you cut my mic? No, I knew it was coming, but I didn't know it that quick. We got 2 minutes to the top of the hour. But anyway, that's what an actor does, folks. And so I think people think because you have a visible job that you're making a lot of money. Everybody's not, folks. Everybody's not making a lot of money, But in certain industries, when you do work, you do make money, Denzel Washington probably won't have to worry about it. He should have saved his money if he didn't. And he is a guy who has been sought after. And if you notice lately, that many, like George Clooney, those guys make their own movies. They produce their own movies so that they got a role in that movie and they're making money off of it because they control the whole thing. They'll get a piece off the front and the back end, as they say. Same thing about our musicians. Everybody in the music industry, folks, are not making a lot of money. Got a call from one of my nieces today. She's telling me she was doing some rap stuff. She wanted me to help her with it. I said, I do what I can do, sweetheart. I know a couple of young guys who are, on these different stations doing different things on the internet. I will see what I can do for it. All right, folks, we're going to the top of the hour. We come back on Sunday morning with more great American music. And I wish they had me a beer, but they don't allow me to drink on the job. So I guess I have to drink when I get back in the morning. You're listening to Classic Blues and R&B here on WVON 1690 AM.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation. 1690 WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
Double standard, charges on hold. I'm Barbara Kusak. Tennis great Serena Williams called the code violation slapped on her during the U.S. Open final an act of sexism as she spoke out during her post-game news conference.
I've seen other men call other umpires several things, and I'm here fighting for women's rights and for women's equality and for all kinds of stuff. And for me to say thief and for him to take a game, it made me feel like it was a sexist remark. I mean, like how he's never took a game from a man because they said thief.
The legendary Billie Jean King agreed in a tweet saying there is a double standard in tennis, adding if a male player had a similar outburst, he'd be called outspoken and have no repercussions. North Korea staged a huge military parade to mark its 70th anniversary as a nation, but it held back its most advanced missiles and devoted nearly half of the parade to civilian efforts to build the domestic economy. Dallas police identified the officer who allegedly shot a man in his apartment thinking it was hers.
Police say 30-year-old Amber Geiger has been on the force for over 4 years. Geiger shot a man last year after he tried to grab her taser. He survived. An investigation showed she was justified in that shooting. But in the shooting death of 26-year-old Botham Jean, investigators working to find out what exactly happened. Dallas Mayor Mike Rawlings says he's confident there will be answers.
So we're going to get to the truth of this. There should be no doubters. We will find out exactly what happened.
Clayton Neville, Dallas.
The Texas Rangers decided to hold off on issuing a manslaughter warrant for the officer until they learn more about what happened. National Hurricane Center meteorologist Dennis Feltgen says Tropical Storm Florence looking like a storm that may give the U.S. East Coast problems as a potentially major hurricane.
A rapid intensification is likely to begin on Sunday, regarding that Florence could become a major hurricane again on Monday.
I'm Barbara Kusak.
I just saved hundreds of dollars by switching to Geico. I should have done this years ago.
Disclaimer, traveling back in time is physically impossible unless you know how to build a functioning time machine. Then by all means, travel 25 years back in time, switch your car insurance to Geico. You could save a bunch of money. While you're there, please prevent your younger self from wearing that sleeveless tuxedo t-shirt, parachute pants, and glitter high tops to your senior prom. And at long last rectify this horrible crime against nature. Geico is absolved of all liability if you destroy the fabric of time and space.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
If you are behind on your bills, then this message is for you. How would you like to have a large portion of your credit card debt or medical bills forgiven? National Credit Card Relief would like to give you free information on a proven debt forgiveness program. It's not bankruptcy, it's not consolidation. This special program actually wipes clean the portion of your debt that is forgiven. Call for your free forgiveness information now. 800-291-6670. That's 800-291-6670. Don't wait. Call 800-291-6670. Not available in North Dakota.
This is PM CST, your gospel sister. Join me each and every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Gospel with PM CST.
I need just a little more Jesus. I need just a little more Jesus.
Be inspired, be blessed on 1690 AM WVON.
I need just a little more Jesus.
It's God's favorite radio station. See you there.
Help me along the way.
Listen to the Bob Shaw Show, the BS Show, Sundays on WVON at 2 p.m. Listen as veteran politician and activist Bob Shaw shares his thoughts on the state of politics in Chicago and the surrounding suburbs. It's Bob Shaw, the BS Show, Sundays right after gospel with Pam Morris.
This is Bob Shaw. Listen every Sunday too, and I'll be telling you like it is. There will be no BS on the BS Show.
The Bob Shaw Show, sponsored by WeCan Incorporated, is produced and co-hosted by Genta Strasberg, with host Bob Shaw.
America, sweet. Hi, this is Cliff Kelly, WVON host and honored veteran, inviting you to listen every Saturday from 4 to 5 p.m. as I host America's Heroes Group, where we speak truth to power regarding the treatment of veterans, retired and active, discussing concerns for affordable housing, social services, Medicare, and all services geared toward veterans. America's Heroes Group, where we speak truth to power. Hello, I'm Sir Henry Cheatham, inviting you, Mary, Margaret, Elizabeth, Sally, Felicia, and Sue, along with Makita, Lakeisha, and all of the senoritas too, to our Saturday night juke joint, Classic Blues and R&B, here on AM 1690 WVON. And don't forget to bring Byron, Henry, Leroy, Warren, Delmar, and Ray Ray too. Join us here every Saturday night at 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. on the Talk of Chicago and the Voice of the Nation, AM 1690 WVON.
Live from the Xfinity Studios at WVON. Original social media. You're listening to Night Blues with Sir Henry Cheatham on 1690, the Talk of Chicago.
Another hour of soul power.
Good Sunday morning to you, wherever you may be, or Sunday afternoon, wherever. If you're down under, you're up already and already running around. Welcome to Classic Blues and R&B. It's your old Magnolia Blues man here, Sir Henry Cheatham, coming to you live from the studios of WVON in North America. Yes. My man Gerald Bridge Jr. is with me on the other side of the board wall over there. He's doing his thing. So glad to have you with us, folks, as we do each and every Saturday night. It's always a pleasure to have you up in here. It's always a pleasure to get back up in here, too, on Saturday, Sunday, to play this great American music. We call it Classic Blues and R&B. That's what we call the show. And I'm your host and producer of this thing. So if everything goes well, thank you. If it goes wrong, call Gerald on the other side. Leave me alone. Don't put it on me, WVON is having its Caretakers Expo Saturday, October 6th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Malcolm X College, 1900 West Jackson Boulevard. I guess it's still a boulevard, West Jackson Boulevard. It's an action-packed day of workshops and a resource fair to meet the ever-changing needs for your family. Rethinking Black Families will be one of the workshops. Block Club Organizing in the 21st Century, Accessing Scholarships and Scholarship Dollars for College. Access Job Reentry Tips for Second Chance Citizens, and more. Also at the pavilion, there will be a pavilion for men, women, and seniors. Stop by and visit with over 30 exhibitors offering helpful resources and information to you. That's WVON Family Care Expo is Saturday, October 6th at Malcolm X College, 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. It's presented by Relevant Marketing and WVON. Be there. Second chance. Second chance. I had a great conversation with a friend of mine about that one day. I said, how the hell you gonna get a second chance? I said, you only get one chance at life. You go, and that's the truth, folks. You can't redo yesterday. You're gonna get a second chance to redo yesterday. You can't do a second chance to do the last minute that we did, So when they say second chance, I think we accept it as such, but there's no such thing as a second chance. You only get one bite at it. That's it. No mas. You go adelante, as they say. forward forever. Forget it. You can, but you try to do what you can do. WVON wants you to get social by going to Facebook.com/WVON1690, on Twitter at WVON1690, and on Instagram at WVON1690. You can always text to WVON to 88474. And you can keep up with everything that's going on. As they say, the insider. There's always a tipster, like they're doing with the president out there. There's always an insider. Telling folks, hey, man, you got to watch out for Gerald, man. He just did. What the hell did he do? Gerald running out telling everybody everything. But anyway, there you can get your inside information there by texting 88474. Also, you can reach us in the studio at 773-591-1690. Don't forget, we got some tickets here I want to give away here. Pair of tickets to give away for the Winter City Blues Festival. Look like good lineup down there. A lot of great artists down there. Coming up on the 22nd and 23rd of September. The show starts at 11:30 on Saturday, the 22nd, and it goes until 11:30 at night. And then on Sunday, it's from noon to about 8:30, I think it is. Yeah, noon to 7:30. So it's located out in Lyons, Illinois, folks. So you can't say, well, I don't know where it's at. Yeah, I think they say it's Walter Payton Boulevard or something. It's the name of the street, But you can Google it. You can GPS it. You'll find it, Yeah, you do that, as we roll right through. Classic Blues want you to like us too, folks, on Facebook by going to Facebook.com/Classic Blues and R&B. Like us over there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Henry CB6175. Also to our Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at WVON Henry. Do that. And you'll be up to date. You'll be hip. You'll be a real hipster. Right now you're a square if you ain't listening to classic blues. You got to get hip, Listen to that stereo Sabrina, it's Serena. That's just the way it is, folks. One of the young guys were talking to me about it. Say, yeah, I said, look, man, ain't nothing changed. Nothing changed. They took the damn sign down, but then they did something else. They want to either cost you $1 million. You got rules, it's like in golf. You have to have a collar when you're playing golf. They didn't change that rule, but they did change the rules for the caddies to be able to wear short pants a few years ago. But, some of these things, they got rules, and some of the rules may be very archaic. I don't think Serena has to cheat. It's like Muhammad Ali didn't have to cheat, Wilma Rudolph didn't have to cheat. You got to do it. You either beat me or you don't beat me. I either win or I lose, Just as simple, So I think most of us, I think most, if not all, know that you are a great tennis player, a great tennis champion, Miss Serena Williams. And thanks to your father for getting you out there. All right, folks, here we go. You're listening to Classic Blues and R&B here on WVON. Hey, wake up over there, man. 1690 AM. Just kidding around, folks. He wasn't asleep.
Wow! You're listening to WVON, Chicagoland Soul. Yeah, all right. Hi, this is Ron Powers, and you're listening to Sir Henry on Classic Blues and R&B on AM 1690 WVON.
Hey man, if I was president, I'd start the Watergate all over again.
It's all the way wrong. Watergate. It's all the way wrong.
Oh no, they just got crossed.
Man, get that. Man, coming. Get that.
What's going on?
President, man. Let me tell you. Listen to this. Well, I'm not a big politician. Hell, I don't want to be. Why I wouldn't be the president if the whole world voted for me. Well, they say I'd have to get permission. To be alone to think, well, I'd have someone taste my cognac before I could take a drink. No, partner. Being president is not the role to play. No, not for me. No, partner. Being the president is not the role I'm going to play. No, it ain't. You know why? For to be watched in all my happiness, big man, I couldn't stand it for a day. No, I couldn't. Listen to this, just listen. Now, suppose I had a girlfriend and called her, and she lived way across the lake. Well, Congress would know the whole conversation, because, see, they'd have it on tape. And then they'd put me on the television to expose my private life. Said, people, I wouldn't mind the people knowing, man, but what about my wife? No, people, being the president is not for me. No, people, being the president is not on my mind. No, it ain't. I ain't even think about it. Because to do 4 years and never private seemed too much to me, like doing time. Get on. I'm telling you. Let me give you another big look. Like today, for instance, what's happening? You know, energy shortage and all that stuff. Why, it's cheaper eating money than food right now, pal, but you still wouldn't get enough. And Washington telling people when to sleep and when to play, when to eat and how to cook it. Do you think I could do it that way? No, partner. Being the president is not what I want to be. No, partner. Being the president is not what I want to be. No, it ain't. But you know what? But if I run for mayor of my hometown, I want all y'all to vote for me. Wouldn't that be something? Johnny, get some whites on the mayor of Houston. Oh, Lord, that way I can't stand it. But you know what? It's good for me. Well, yes, you'll vote for me.
Gotta get y'all from Texas.
A second chance today by promising to change my ways. I came face to face with my fall from grace. I got a second chance today. Let go my heavy heart to temptation's door. I was no stranger, I'd been there before. The need to be needed for 1 moment or more. Again and again and again and again, I could not ignore. I went on pretending nothing was wrong, living a lie, playing along. I cannot tell you when it began. Please believe me, it won't happen again. I got a second chance today, promising to change my ways. I
Came face to face with my fall from grace. I got a second chance today. Living life's moments, the good and the bad. When no one is winning and memories are sad. When what you don't say is all that is heard, it won't happen again. I give you my word. I got a second chance today by promising to change my ways. I came face to face with my fall from grace. I got a second chance today. I came face to face with my fall from grace. I got a second chance today. 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 Oh, it's looking good right now. Still keep my baby. Everything's gonna be alright. Yeah, alright.
The Legends lives on classic blues and R&B.
You may not believe inside everybody there's a need. Won't you let me turn you on before the feeling's gone? Be your lover and your friend till this world comes to an end. Why don't you call me, baby? You know I'll be there. You're the snow. I'm the fire. Something's burning, feeling burning. It's my desire. It's the little things I'll do, girl, when I'm lying next to you, that will take your breath away. You'll be begging me to stay. Girl, you know I'll do whatever you want me to. Why don't you call me, baby? You know I'll be there. You're the snow. I'm the fire. Something's burning. Feeling burning. It's my desire. I'm the fire. Something burning. Feel it burning. It's my desire. It's the little things I'll do. Girl, when I'm lying next to you, that will take your breath away. You'll be begging me to stay. Girl, you know I'll do whatever you want me to. Why don't you call me, baby? You know I'll be there. You're the smoke. I'm the fire. Yeah. Something burning. Feel it burning. It's my desire. You're the smoke. I'm the fire. Something's burning. Feel it burning. It's my desire. You're the smoke. I'm the fire. Something's burning.
WVON, handshaking, back slapping, baby kissing, flag waving, soul loving, wow! Handshaking, back slapping, baby kissing, flag waving.
You got a smile so bright, at night you don't need no light, sunshine lady. The radiance of your charm outshines the morning sun, sunshine lady. And on a cloudy day, you can chase the clouds away with the sunshine in your love. Who needs the sun of love? Sunshine lady. The sparkle in your eye is brighter than the summer sky, sunshine lady. Your sunny personality is like a Caribbean breeze, sunshine lady. When you walk down the street, flowers blow beneath your feet. And when you go out at night, you dim the neon light, sunshine lady.
be. And when you go out at night, you dim the neon lights. Sunshine lady, sunshine lady, shine on. You've got a smile so bright. At night you don't need no light. Sunshine lady. Your sunny personality is like a Caribbean breeze. Sunshine lady. La 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 da da. La 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 da da. Sunshine lady. La 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 la. La 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 la. Sunshine lady. La 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 la. La 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 la. Sunshine lady. La 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 la. La 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 la. Sunshine lady. Sunshine lady, shine on, shine on.
This is classic blues and R&B.
In my life, experience on every hand. Seems like every day my problems and situations got even harder than I'm so ready to become a free man and play my music all over the world. Let the melodies heal the land. Right now I'm just living my life in the fire, and it's burning my soul kind of bad. I'm wondering when these troubles gonna end, but I'll be so glad when it's my time to fly. When it's my time to fly. I can't help thinking about the trouble of this world. Countries fight against one another, killing all our boys and girls. Can you tell me what it's gonna be like 5 years from now? Would we be able to walk around free? Or would we be right now? Feel like I'm just living my life in the fire, and it's burning my soul kind of bad. I'm wondering when these troubles gonna end. I'll be so glad when it's my time to provide. I'm living my life in the fire, and it's burning my soul kind of bad. Wondering when this trouble's gonna end, and I'll be so glad when it's my time to play. feel like I'm living my life in the fire. It's burning my soul kinda bad. I'm wondering when all these troubles gonna end. But I'll be so glad when it's the time. When it's the time to fly, fly. I've got to get so let the music fuel your mind. Let the music heal your mind. Let the music heal your mind. Let the music heal your mind. Heal your mind.
This is classic blues and R&B music with a feeling.
Can I make a blues song for you, baby? Can I make a blues song? Blues song for you, baby. Can I make a blues song? We gotta do a blues song for you, girl. Can I make a blues song? Can I make a blues song? Blues song for you, baby. For your baby song. Can I make a blues song for you? Blues song for you, blues song. Blues song. You for days, would you turn us off my face? If you could just come around, look good and invite me to your place. It's your birthday, would you turn us off my face? Girl, would you just come around and invite me to your place? Singing do-la-do-da-dee, singing do-la-do-da-dee, ooh, do-la-do-da-dee. Can I make a blues song for you, baby? Can I make a blues song? We gotta do a blues song for you, girl. Can I make a blues song? Can I make a blues song? Blues song for you, baby. For your baby song. Can I make a blues song for you? Blues song for you, blues song. Blues song. Oh, play that blues, Leonis. Hey, boy. See you at the wrong store every once in a while. Something about you, girl, that's the other side. I'm wondering, do you have no anger about the first day? Or do you believe in Georgia now? Cause tomorrow might be too late. If I ask you for a date, would you turn us off my face? If you could just come around, look good and invite me to your place. If I that's your forte. What you trying to smile my face? Girl, would you just come on out and invite me to your place? Sing it to the light of that day. Sing it to the light of that day. Ooh, light of that day. Light of that day. Ooh, light of that day. Gotta make a blue song, baby. Gotta make a blue song. You gotta make a blue song for your girl. Make a blue song. Make a blue song for your girl. For your baby. Gotta make a blue song, baby. Blue song, baby. Blue song. Blue song. Let the DJ sing. Come on, DJ.
Go back on there.
Rock this house. Rock the house, DJ. Oh, yeah.
Take me to the bridge, big boy. Take me to the bridge. Anyway, you just heard the man Otis Ely out of Natchez, Mississippi down there. If I ask you for a taste, what the hell would you do? Yes. And you heard Mr. Sip in the Fire from his CD, Mississippi Blues Child. Sunshine Lady, Lattimore, that went out from my man Marvin on the west side. I think that's where Marvin is, on the west side. You also heard Lloyd Price and Smoke. This is Rock and Roll. This is from his CD. This is Rock and Roll. Heard Wee Willie Walker in the Second Chance. That's the name of that. After a while, is the name of the CD. And Johnny Guitar. Watson. If you, I don't want to be president. I don't either, Johnny. I don't want to be no damn president because I'm telling you, y'all just ain't worth it. You know, y'all will be rating. Y'all be coming up there expecting me to do something. You still get mad once I did it, you know. I'm looking at this story down in North Carolina. Down there, some lady and her husband was convicted of helping her husband get rid of his ex-girlfriend's dismembered body. First, by trying to dissolve the remains in acid, didn't work. Yeah, she was a tough girl. Then by throwing them into a Texas creek in the hopes that alligators, I don't know too much the alligators down in Texas, that the alligators would eat up. It's not funny, folks. I'm just talking about how dumb these guys that the alligator would want them, would eat them. They both was convicted. The lady was convicted for tampering with evidence, according to a press release. And they're down in Texas now. They were prosecuted in Texas. She and her husband both had already been convicted of second and first degree murder, respectively, in 2011. The story just got out of here. But anyway, folks are crazy. I see the homeless guys going to get some of that money, get a little bit more of that money, I guess. You go out and you set up these, everybody say, go find me, go find me, go find me. Well, I don't even know where that crap came from. we used to pass the hat. We still do when somebody pass. You take them a little money to try to help make sure that they are taken care and sent home properly. But just get this GoFundMe thing. You set it up. I'm not knocking it because people seem to be able to get a lot of good use out of it. You better know what you're doing when you set it up. That's a good thing about it. If you set it up for a purpose, you have to use it for that purpose. And if you don't use it for that purpose, folks, it will cause you some problems. As these two are finding out, they said they had a Mercedes and all that crap. So they said the guy was being irresponsible with the money, and they were issuing it out to him. But he seemed to think otherwise. But anyway, the course is ended. They got to show up in court one day, I think this week coming up. They got the Tigers on the move, folks. I don't know what the hell he's going to do today, but he did pretty good in this BMW tournament, Of course, as I said, Serena has issues that are not her issues, but of someone else, So just hang in there. You keep moving forward, folks. Everybody's excited about Colin Kaepernick. But I think the thing of it is if you want to really be effective, buy some of that damn Nike stock as much as you can get, let them burn the shoes up. And that's an idiot who does it. You buy the shoes I just never understood that. Another thing, folks, you got to look out for now. Since the new season of football is kicking off and basketball will be coming around the corner, there's a lot of gambling sites, a lot of gambling, FanDuel and all the rest of them. It is legal now to do it here in this country as it has been in other countries. But now, on every sports site, you will see quite a few, betting ads and all. All right, let's get back to some more music over there, Gerald. Are you ready, Mr. Gerald? Okay, he threw the finger up, which means the thumb up, which means he's ready. All right, folks, you're listening to Classic Blues and R&B here on WVON 1690 with Sir Henry Cheatham, the old Magnolia Blues man, and my man Gerald Britz Jr. on WVON 1690 AM. WVON,
Lord, I feel so good, baby. Lord, I feel like I'm falling down. Oh, I feel so good, baby. Lord, I just might fall down. Don't you go no ambulance. Don't you go no ambulance. Don't you call no ambulance. Lord, I found my own home. Lord, I feel so fine, baby. Oh, I feel so fine, baby. Lost my worries. Don't you call no ambulance. Don't you call no ambulance. Don't you call no ambulance. So fine, baby. You better go ambulance. Don't you call no ambulance. Don't you call no ambulance. I'm on my own ride home. Let the music move you, right, move you. Let my love go around and soothe you. Let the music move you, right, move you. Let my love go around and soothe you. This music getting you so free yourself and let this music take control. Now let's go out on the dance floor, baby. You can't take no more. The time is here and the time is now. Let's dance the night away and boogie on down. Oh yeah, let my love this boogie make it feel real good. Let my love come around this. Oh yeah, woo, yeah. I'ma make you feel real good. Oh yeah. Move your body, shake that thing. Grab your partner, and twerk that thing. Let's get this party moving. The night is young. You can groove on, baby. Let's have some fun. Oh, Mr. DJ, keep this time pumping. 'Cause Black Diamond's in the house. I wanna keep this party jumping. Oh, hey, you let my love. Hey, make you feel real good. I'm sitting with my love. Let my love make you feel real good. Let my love come around and soothe. Oh yeah. Hey, get on up now and leave me on the dance floor. Hey, I'ma make you feel real good. Oh, I'ma make you feel good. 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 Real good. When I put my love, baby, oh yeah, I'ma make you feel good. I'ma just love, make you feel good. I'ma just hold, make you feel good. I'ma just kiss, make you feel good. I'm gonna rock it, make you feel good. All night long, make you feel good. I'ma make you feel good, make you feel good. Get me pain, I'ma make you feel good. Hey, I'ma make you feel real good. Yeah, yeah.
Those girls going crazy. Oh, you can keep running back to me. 'Cause I'm headed for a brand new start. When I wanted you, you let us go. Every smiling girl caught your
Top of the hour coming up. That's a good song, man.
they have stripped you from your life. Hey, you got crawling back to life. Oh boy, your charming ways had me hooked, I admit it. Now I'm stronger still to resist it. Say you wish you reconnect with quitting. Every time this hit you play. Oh, you keep running back to me. Those girls going back. Oh, you keep running back to me. 'Cause I'm here for a brand new start. I hate to break you one, three times. 'Cause I believed in our potential. And I prayed your adventures would teach you to treasure me like a cause baby, I'm essential. I still care, but I'm guarding my heart. You could be sweet as proper love, and you ain't smart. Even if you're matured since we've been apart. Swaying me to sour, baby, I work around. Oh, and you're running back to me. And those girls going away. Oh, you keep running back to me. 'Cause I'm headed for a brand new start. Stepping on with no life. With the R&B. I love to keep me. Oh, boy, keep running back to me. When those girls don't break your heart. Oh, boy, you can't keep running back now, no. You keep running back to me. When the girls break your heart. You can keep running back to me.
It's 12:58.
All right, folks, you just heard Miss Alicia Ma. You can't keep running back. You also heard Black Diamond Groove You. Selwyn Birchwood. Don't call no doggone ambulance because you know what? That ain't what I need. I need that woman to come on back here and make me feel good. But that's where I am. You know, I can't handle it. Can't handle it without her. You know. That's why I keep running back to Alicia Ma. You know. But get ready to go to the top of the hour, folks. We hope you're enjoying the program as we do each and every Saturday night. We bring it to you live, Live, from the studios of WVON 1690 AM. And now you realize that, hey, it's still early on the West Coast. We got some more good music coming to you. We got another hour of bringing more music to you. You can check us out on YouTube at youtube.com. Henry CB. Check us out on Facebook, wherever we are. So just check us out. We're also on Twitter. You can check us out. But anyway, going to the top of the hour, folks. We'll be back for another hour of great music. You're listening to classic blues and R&B.
talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation. 1690 WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
Storm building on the stump. I'm Barbara Cusack. The East Coast may want to start getting ready. Correspondent Bill Michaels reports the latest word from the National Hurricane Center is that Tropical Storm Florence will begin a rapid phase of intensification on Sunday.
Forecasters expect Florence to become a major hurricane Monday as it continues to approach the southeastern U.S. East Coast. The storm is expected to travel between Bermuda and the Bahamas on Tuesday and Wednesday before approaching the southeastern U.S. coast on Thursday.
Former President Obama took the nice guy style approach in stumping for Democratic congressional candidates in Southern California.
Expecting an even more fiery speech against President Trump than Friday, former President Obama pulled back a little in tone, but not in tenor.
There's always been a push and pull between those who want to go forward and those who want to look back, between those who want to divide and those who are seeking to bring people together, between those who promote a politics of hope and those who exploit a politics of fear.
He didn't mention President Trump by name, but says America has been on a downward spiral for the past couple of years. Jim Roop, Los Angeles.
Former Maricopa County, Arizona Sheriff Joe Arpaio, who President Trump pardoned, spoke at the so-called mother of all rallies held in Washington, D.C.
The wall should be built by prisoners. Federal prisoners should build that wall. Another thing, we should send the U.S. Army or Marines across the border to work with the Mexican Army to stop the drugs and stop the illegal immigration.
President Trump tweeted Saturday that Apple should make products inside the U.S. if it wants to avoid tariffs on Chinese imports. Apple said the tariffs would affect some of its products' prices. I'm Barbara Cusack.
And now, a thought from Geico Motorcycle. It took 15 minutes for you to choose the font for the tattoo of your girlfriend's name, Tara. The swirly one. Begin tattooing and get a breakup text from Tara as you finish the last A. Can you make it pterodactyl or something? To add insult to injury, you could have used those 15 tattoo minutes to switch your motorcycle insurance to Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on motorcycle insurance.
Are you looking for senior care for your mom or dad but don't know where to start? Hi, I'm Jen London with The Place for Mom. Nobody knows your parent or loved one better than you, and nobody knows senior living better than the experts at A Place for Mom. It's a free service, and we've helped thousands of families find the right place for their mom or dad. There's a place for answers, A Place for Mom. Call today.
Call A Place for Mom at 1-800-379-1174. That's 1-800-379-1174.
The must-attend event of the year takes place Saturday, October 6th at Malcolm X College, 1900 West Jackson. It's WVON's Family Care Expo. Here is your chance to attend an action-packed day of workshops and a resource fair to meet the ever-changing needs of your family. We've got workshops and panel discussions on rethinking Black family values, block club organizing in the 21st century, accessing scholarship dollars for college, and job re-entry tips for second chance citizens. There'll also be entire pavilions dedicated to men, women, and seniors. Stop by and visit with more than 30 exhibitors offering helpful resources and information that we need to build a better community. Be there Saturday, October 6th at Malcolm X College, 1900 West Jackson, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We're taking care of our family's business. The Family Care Expo is presented by Relevant Marketing and WVON. Visit WVON.com and keep listening for more details.
Hi, I'm Attorney Ernesto Borges. I'd like to invite you to join me for the Borges Report for lively discussions about legal matters, politics, government, entertainment, and the topics that concern you in your life. Start your Sunday The Borges Week with the Borges Report.
The Borges Report with Ernesto Borges, Sunday mornings at 9 on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Hello, I'm Sir Henry Cheatham inviting you Mary, Margaret, Elizabeth, Sally, Felicia, and Sue, along with Makita, Lakeisha, and all of the senoritas too, to our Saturday night juke joint, Classic Blues and R&B, here on AM 1690 WVON. And don't forget to bring Byron, Henry, Leroy, Warren, Delmar, and Ray Ray too. Join us here every Saturday night at 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. on the Talk of Chicago and the Voice of the Nation, AM 1690 WVON.
Live from the Xfinity Studios at WVON. You're listening to Night Blues with Sir Henry Cheatham on 1690, the Talk of Chicago.
Another hour of soul
All right, here we go into the final stretch of this week's Classic Blues and R&B. We'll hope to get back up in here next week to do the same thing, to get it all kicked off once again for you. We're streaming live at WVON.com. We're on iHeartRadio. We're also up and running on YouTube. So check us out wherever you may find us. I think we're on Facebook too. Hell, I shared it everywhere. So I guess it's on Facebook and what the hell else you call it? Twitter and Google Plus or whatever the hell it is. But anyway, somewhere out there. If you want to find me, you can find me. I hope you do want to find me, and I hope you do find me out there on the World Wide Web. Okay? Also at WVON.com. We're streaming live, so check us out. WVON is always putting on an event for you. And coming up on the 6th of October, that's the day after my birthday, the date of my birth. At Malcolm X College, 1900 West Jackson, it's an action-packed day of workshops and a resource fair to meet the ever-changing needs of your family. With the workshop, we discussed rethinking Black family values, Black club organizing in the 21st century, accessing scholarship dollars for college, job reentry tips for second chance citizens, and more. And also, a pavilion will be for men, women, and seniors. Stop by and visit with over 30 exhibitors offering helpful resources and information. The WVON Family Care Expo is Saturday, October 6th at Malcolm X College, 10 to 3 p.m. Presented by Relevant Marketing and WVON. See you there. As I read that, I think about when I hit Malcolm X, all of the kind words that were said about McCain this past week, during his service, including y'all president, the Kenyan American president. I know y'all gonna jump over. Melanie, he said this, yeah. Snatch him off. You okay? Anyway, they were saying all these kind words about McCain. Well, he's dead now. I respect him as a veteran because that's what I am. But the thing about it, I look at Dr. King and Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali and all these guys. Oh, they were some of the greatest guys, especially Dr. King and Malcolm X. During their death, after they died, they did, so that's a great thing. They speak glowingly about them. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. They all love Doc. But folks in real life, they didn't give a damn about Doc. I loved him. I loved them all, Doc, Malcolm. I'm a Southern boy. We did have our conflicts with the South versus the North, but we saw things a little different. We own our crib. We didn't have no tenements up here for where I'm from. You had the sharecroppers in the northern part, but we didn't have the problem that they had in New York City. I didn't realize it. Coming from the South, got in the army, the guy said, "Yeah, I don't care for these guys." That's what the hell. I said, "Why?" He said, and they find out that they owned all of the land. They were the landlords, slumlords, and whatever else they may be. They control everything, But in the South, we did have a lot of stuff that we owned. We owned our own homes and all that stuff. So it was a different difference in how we viewed the our place of where we came from. WVON, once you get social with it by going to Facebook.com, WVON 1690, Twitter, WVON 1690, and on Instagram at WVON 1690. You can always text WVON to 88474. You can reach us in the studio here at 773-591-1690. All right, folks, here we go. I got one more thing I want to read too, don't I? Come out and support us over at the Montford Point Marine Association, located at 7011 South Vincennes Avenue here in Chicago. We open every Sunday. I don't know the rest of the days, but we do open every Sunday, especially during football season. I don't know why they don't like the rest of the sport, but during football season, they open every Sunday. I think around 11 o'clock or whatever. So come on out and support us. We need all the support we can get. We're located at 7011 South Vincennes Avenue. Our telephone number is 773-873-6600. That's 773-873-6600. The National Women Veterans United want you to support them as well. They're located at 7907 South Lake Scene. And their phone number there is 872-731-2150. That's 872-872-731-2150. The website is nwvu.org. LadyVets2 at yahoo.com. So get in touch with them. Do what you can to support the veteran groups, folks, because we do need it. Some of us deserve it too. All right, here we go. You ready, son? Let's ready to do it. You're listening to Classic Blues and R&B here on WVON 1690 AM.
I'm busted, disgusted, and all out of shape. Oh, I'm busted, downright disgusted. This is my darkest day. You talk about the low down blues I got 'em. I do believe I'll get right bottom. Got no coat. Man, I'm feeling right and low. Got no money, it ain't funny. And I got no place to go. Well, talk about the low down blues I got 'em. I do believe I get right back. Oh, well. You talk about the low down blues I got 'em. Get right bottom.
The top of can show drop, I guess. The Knicks.
Big all out of shape. Lord, I bless you. They're right disgusting. Tell me this is my darkest day. Talk about the low down blues I got 'em. I do believe I hit rock bottom. Well, talk about the low down blues I got 'em. Do believe I hit rock bottom.
Hey everybody, this is Tony Castro. Keep it right here for more great blues.
I ain't much on fast talk, don't wear no diamond rings. I wasn't really most popular in high school, but I played on the basketball team. I wasn't part of the first 5, 6, 7 men off the bench. After the game I went home, I grabbed my guitar. That's how my nights spent. I'm just a boy next door. They couldn't run in the good time you're looking for. I'm just a boy next door. They couldn't run in the good time you're looking for. If you're looking for a quick come up, baby girl, I'm not the one. But your money and my money, we can have a whole bunch of fun. Let's go out for pizza tonight. You drive and baby I buy. Gonna split it right down the middle. Everything gonna be just fine. I'm just a boy next door. I don't have much, but what I have, I'll share it with you. It might be tight in the beginning, but this I promise is true. Every day we'll go stronger, love harder, this is what we have to do. Through the good days and the bad days, we'll face together, me and you. I'm just a boy next door. That claim fun in the good Oh, baby. Yeah. I thought I had it all together. Like no one could treat me better. So I took all my trust and doubled down on you. But I paid a hell of a price with everything you put me through. Every time my pockets start headed for the door, I think about the good love you got and I come back for more. If you hurt me one time, you can put it on me. If you hurt me 2 times, I gotta come and set you free. If you hurt me 3 times, I'm the biggest fool you ever seen. But I'll take 3 more times. The way you put it on me. Now I'm tired of playing the same old game. When I know that you ain't gonna never change. And it's true, you can only do what I let you do. I wanna call it quits, but I can't live without you. Every time my pockets start headed for the door, I think about the good love you got and I come back for more. If you hurt me one time, oh, if you hurt me one time, if you hurt me 2 times, baby, if you hurt me 2 times, if you hurt me 3 times, oh, if you hurt me 3 times, see, but I'll take the way you put it on me. If you hurt me one time, you can put it on me. If you hurt me 2 times, I gotta go and let you free. If you hurt me 3 times, I'm the biggest fool you ever seen. But I'll take 3 more rounds. If you hurt me 3 times, every time my pockets start headed for the door, I think about the good love you got and I cry. If you hurt it on me, you can lay it on me. If you hurt me 2 times, baby, if you hurt me 2 times, if you hurt me 3 times, oh, if you hurt me 3 times, but I'll hold it on. The way you put it on me. If you hurt me 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, oh, if you hurt me 3 times, I gotta go free. If you hurt me 3 times, I'm the biggest fool you ever seen.
Hey, I'm Chris Jasper, and you're listening to Classic Blues and R&B on WVON 1690 AM, Chicago.
You're the sunshine in my day. Ooh, baby. You're the sunshine in my day. So warm in every way. No one can keep us apart. I really love it when you kiss me. I feel so good when you're with me. You're the key to my heart. said I'm living for the love that you give to me. Oh, yes, I am, girl. I wanna give you more, so much more than I receive. It's what I pledge to you. I'm living for the love that you give to me, baby. I wanna give you more, so much more than I receive. Oh yeah, yeah. You're the girl of my dreams. You really are my queen. I just want you to know you're everything I need. You make my life complete, much more precious than gold. I'm living for the love that you give to me. Oh, yes, I am, girl. I wanna give you more, so much more than I receive. It's what I pledge to you. I'm living for the love that you give to me. Love you give to me, girl. You give to me. I wanna give you more, so much more than I receive. Oh, yes, I do, girl. Words could never express all of the things that I feel for you, girl. The only thing that I can do is to show you. Only you can live for the love that you give to me. Oh, you give to me, girl. Give to me. Live for the love that you give to me. Oh, yes, I do, girl. Love the way love the way that you give to me. You make me feel. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do, baby. Yes, I do. Love that you give to me. You give to me, baby. Give to me, girl. I wanna give you what you give to me. So much more than you give to me. So much baby. Give to me. Na 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 na. That you give to me. Your love, so good to me, girl. That you give so to me, baby.
You're listening to classic blues and R&B with Sir Henry.
Comes a time in a man's life when you just can't, baby. You just can't put up with it no more, baby. I wanna tell you just how I feel about how you've been treated, the things you've been doing.
Got something on my mind that I wanna tell you.
Just listen.
We've been together for quite some time. Every day I can't wait to see you, baby. And I enjoy the nights we spend out on the town. You know I'm there when you need me. Yes, I am. to do is call. But it's a strange thing, honey. Some days I don't even see or hear from you at all. But I think back on all the times we shared. Yes, I do. All the love we made wasn't just a big mistake. It hurts me, but I realize just what I am. Yes, I am. Someone who's there when no one else is around. Oh, it hurts, but I know just what I am. Oh, I'm just your second. Yes, I am. To say, baby, but that's all I am. That's all I am. Oh, that's all I am. Oh, that's all I am. Listen, lately I've been thinking, but I really don't know what to do. Should I stay or should I leave you, darling? Or would it be wrong just for me to keep seeing you? Does it make me a fool? To think that you in love with me and only me. Oh, when I know in the back of my mind I'm not the only one that you choose to see. Don't wanna let you go. No. I wanna be your only man. I don't think that I can take it. Please don't ever leave. I just want to be your second hand man. Oh, someone else is around. Yeah, baby. You know I am. Oh, it hurts me, but I know. Yes, I am. To say, baby, but that's all I am. That's what I gotta be, girl. That's all I am. Oh, that's what I gotta be. I'll be your second hand. Someone who's there when no one else is around. It'll hurt me, honey, but if that's what I gotta be, that's what I gotta be. It's sad to say, baby, but that's all I am. Oh, you know you're taking my love. That's all I am. But I just can't help myself. Someone who's there. Someone else is around. That's all the time that I can have, baby. Oh, that's better than none at all. Yeah. It's sad to say, baby, but that's all I am. That's all I am. That's all I am. Oh, I'm still gonna be good to you, darling. Oh, yes, I
am. All right, you just heard Lomac and Secondhand Man. I guess it's good to be second if you can't be first. As long as you get accepted by the chicks, by the ladies. You also heard Tommy Castro in that segment in the Painkillers, Rock Bottom. And you heard Trey Williams 3 times. Jemiah Rogers, Boy Next Door. All here on Classic Blues and R&B. I like that song by Jemiah Roger. I think the kid gonna be all right. He gonna go, as they call it, Dutch back in my day. Go get the water, get some pizza. And she gonna pay for her slice, and I'm gonna pay for my slice. Out here on Classic Blues and R&B. We're streaming live at WVON.com, iHeartRadio. We're also up and looking good on YouTube. So check us out wherever you may find us, YouTube.com. You can check us out, Henry CB. So I'm posting the old playlist up there as we go through it too. So it's helps a little bit. I can type it out and don't have to worry about it later. We're here every Saturday night, Sunday morning, here playing for you this great music. Can't find it nowhere else. I guarantee you, folks, we play. It's a big thing out here, because you hear people talking about different things, I get music from everywhere, MP3s or this full CD sets, So where the hell is this coming from? Some of the folks I remember, and some of them I do not. But I'm getting some good music, and I'm going to share it with you every opportunity I get, folks. I will share this great American music with you, and I hope that you will support these artists by going out, paying $1. I think you can get $1 a track or whatever it is, 99 cents a track, a dime a track, that dime a track or whatever. That's why when you think about this young man, Jeffrey Owens, how everyone is raising hell about, well, I thought no, folks, it's the same thing for artists. When you're a musician, it's tough. I was looking at an interview I did with Max Roach many years ago, and he was talking about, the Stan Getz and all those guys, and some of the guys who got a chance to work with them, how some of these guys, they made a little more dollars, but they were not making as much as Stan Getz and those guys who own different things, the white guys, put it frankly. So the black artists were not making that, even though they were better. But the white guys were the ones making the majority of the money. And some of the black guys who played with them, they tried to, pattern themselves after that same lifestyle. You say, you couldn't afford, they were buying Rolls Royces and everything else, But that's the way it goes. So get out and support the artists, folks, wherever they may be. I've been working with groups to try to get music on the South Side, because there's a lot of great artists out here who play, but like my guest said last week, there's so much dog eat dog attitude on some of these folks. They don't want to see you do it, and they will undercut you. And you can't get nowhere like that, folks. You got to do it, Get yourself together, get your management team, you put this stuff together, say, hey, look, I want $50 for this show. And that's it. You're going to let them go out and negotiate. I'm giving you 15%. Hell, try to reduce that agent down. See if you can get you a 10% agent that will take all the 10%, because they're going to get as much as they can. All right, you're listening to Classic Blues and R&B here, folks, on WVON 1690 AM.
Ladies, y'all ever had a man ain't good for nothing but one thing? And that one thing is the only reason to keep him. Come on now. I know y'all know who I'm talking about. You're probably dealing with one right now. I bet your girlfriend kept you up all night long talking about it. If not, let me tell you a little bit of something about it right here. You don't spend no money, you don't spend no time, and the fellas he hang around ain't worth a dime. You get in your car, they won't even ask. I'm riding all night, burning up your gas. You won't be no job, that ship done sailed. And every time he goes to jail, you gotta pay his bail. He don't care about nothing, ain't got no worries, no worries. Never take his time, always in a hurry. Never stay on track, He's never got your back, but he sure look good in the sack. Cause I ain't gon' do right. Leave him alone. He ain't gon' do right. I'll say it again. Stay away from Mr. Ain't gon' do right. Yeah. He sure ain't worth your time. Not even worth the time. No. He never tell you he loves you. He never tell you he miss you. And his baby mama drum is always an issue. You don't have much hustle. You don't have much skills. You'll try to run your house and ain't paying no bills. He won't feed the damn dog unless you remind him. And when you need a man around, you sure can't find him. He's always out of pocket, ain't never at home. And when you try to call him up, he won't answer his phone. He never got things right. No. He really ain't that bright, but he's good at laying the pie. Cause he ain't gon' do right. Leave him alone. He ain't gon' do right. I'll say it again. Stay away from Mr. Ain't gon' do right. Yeah. He sure ain't worth your time. Not even worth the dime. He ain't worth the time, y'all. No. Somebody come get this man, cause you know he ain't gon' do right. He's doing the best he can, but you know he ain't gon' do right. I tell you, my girlfriend, you know he ain't gon' do right. He's a man without a plan, you know he ain't gon' do right.
WVON, handshaking, back slapping, baby kissing, flag waving, soul loving, wow! Handshaking, back slapping, baby kissing, flag waving, soul.
Well, you can go on, darling. Ain't gonna beg you to stay. You can go on, darling. Ain't gonna beg you to stay. I sure love to keep you, but there just ain't no way. Well, there's a lot of fish in the ocean, a lot of fish in the sea. And I believe to my soul there's another fish for me. Well, go on, darling. Ain't gonna beg you to stay. Well, that song I'm gonna keep you. There just ain't no way. I'm gonna leave you alone. Now if you miss one, well, come on, darling. Ain't gonna beg you to
No song of my freedom, there just ain't no way. If you know what I ain't gonna make it inside. If you know what I'm doing, I ain't gonna make it inside. My soul never keep it, but there just ain't no way. I thought I heard you call my name. Great rain. I thought I heard you call my name. I was standing in the station, waving down an unmarked train.
There's a fire at the junction. Why do you do the things you do? There's a fire at the junction. Why do you do the things you do? I was praying for mercy. All we ever said was you.
Jimmy bought the liquor.
I bought the cups and ice.
Jimmy bought the liquor.
I bought the cups and ice.
I'll tell you funny stories.
Why can't you treat me nice?
Great rain. I thought I heard you call my name.
Great rain. I've never heard you call my name.
I was standing by a river, talking to a young Mark Twain. Great rain. I thought I heard you call my name. Great rain. I thought I heard you call my name. I was standing by the river, talking to a young Mark Twain. Rain. Rain. I was standing by the river, talking to a young Mark Twain. All right, take the rest of the day off.
Promise, baby. You said you'd be mine till the end of time. You said we'd be together from now on, no matter what the weather. You said that you and me was meant to be, just like the leaves and branches on a tree. Sweet talk, you laid it down with that sweet talk. You turned my life around, and I'm gonna hold you to your promise. Your promise to be mine. Your promise to be mine. I'm in too deep to turn back now. You see, I'm way over my head, and I can't turn back now. Got me out here on the limb, hanging over deep water, and you know I can't swim. Promise you be mine till the end of time, and I know that's a long time, but I'm gonna hold you to your promise. Your promise, yeah, to your promise. Your promise. Your promise, to be mine. You said that yours is the kind of love, and I'll always have that love. I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to that. Hold you to your promise. Come on, baby. Hold you to your promise. Your promise. Yeah. Be mine. Oh, mine. Oh, mine. From the top of your head on your feet, you promised me to be mine. Oh, mine. All night, all night, all night. And I have your love, and I have your love. Come on now, baby.
All right, all you young bloods in Chicago land, yeah. Let's have some soul power. What I say? Hear me right now. All right, then. WVON soul power, power, power.
nobody deals with Aretha, a mother with 4 children having to hit the road. They always say after she comes home, but nobody ever says what it's like to get on a plane for a 3-week tour. The elation of the first couple of audiences, the good feeling of exchange, the running on the high you get from singing good and loud and long, telling the world what's on your mind. Then comes the 8th show on the 6th day, the beginning to smell like that plane or bus. If you forget your toothbrush in one spot, you can't brush until the second show. The strangers pulling at you cause they love you, but you having no love to give back. The singing the same songs night after night, day after day. And if you read the gossip columns, the rumors that your husband is only after your fame. The wondering if your children will be glad to see you, and maybe the not caring if they are. The scheming to get out of just one show and go just one place where some dodo doopity-doop won't say, just sing one song, please. Nobody mentions how it feels to become a freak because you have talent, and how no one gives a damn how you feel, but only cares that Aretha Franklin is here. Like maybe that'll stop chickens from frying, eggs from being laid, or crackers from hating. And if you say you're lonely, or scared, or tired, how they always just say, oh, come off it. Or, did you see how they love you? Did you see, huh? Did you? Which most likely has nothing to do with you anyway. And I'm not saying Aretha shouldn't have talent, and I'm certainly not saying she should quit singing. But as much as I love her, I'd vote yes to her doing 4 concerts a year and staying home or doing whatever she wants and making records, because it's a shame the way we're killing her. We eat up artists like there's going to be a famine at the end of those 3 minutes, when there are, in fact, an abundance of talents just waiting. Let's put some of the giants away for a while and deal with them like they have a life to lead. Aretha doesn't have to relive Billie Holiday's life, doesn't have to relive Dinah Washington's death, but who's going to stop the pattern? She's more important than her music if they must be separated, and they should be separated when she has to pass out before anyone recognizes she needs a rest. And I say I need Aretha's music. She's undoubtedly the one person who put everyone on notice. She revived Johnny Ace and remembered Lil Green. Aretha sings I Say a Little Prayer, and Dion doesn't want to hear it anymore. Aretha sings Money Won't Change You, but James Brown can't sing Respect. The advent of Aretha pulled Ray Charles from Marlboro country and back into the blues, made Nancy Wilson try one more time, forced Dion to make a choice. She opted for the movies, and Diana Ross had to get an Afro wig. Pushed every black singer into blackness and Negro entertainers into Negro-ness. You couldn't jive when she said, you make me feel. The Blazers had to reply, gotta let a man be a man. Aretha said, when my show was in the Lost and Found, you came along to claim it. And Janis Joplin said, maybe. There has been no musician whom her very presence hasn't affected. When Humphrey wanted her to campaign, she said, a woman's only human. And he pressured James Brown. They removed Otis Redding because the combination was too strong. The impressions had to say, Lord have mercy, we're moving on up. The black songs started coming from the singers on stage and the dancers in the streets. Aretha was the riot, was the leader. If she had said, come, let's do it, it would have been done. Temptations say, why don't we think about it, think about it, think about it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a piece from Miss Nikki Giovanni, a tribute to the late Queen, Aretha Franklin. Very good piece. The piece is relatively been around a while. There's nothing new that she just thought up to do yesterday, but it's a wonderful piece that she did. Thought I'd close the program with that. But the Queen is gone, but not forgotten. I want to say hi to my good friend Groovy Grant down in Kansas City, KKFI. He did a wonderful show yesterday, so just want to give him a shout out. Wonderful guy.
Wrap it up for me.
Down in Kansas City. All right, folks, it's been great being here. And I want to thank you all for joining us. We hope to get back up in here next Saturday night, Sunday morning with some more American music, classic blues and R&B here. The real red, white, and the blue of the US of A. That's what it is, folks. That's exactly what it is. So I tell you what, until next week, remember, ignorance is the most costly crop that any community can produce. And it's in the Estados Unidos, we are doing quite a bit of that. Until next week, may God bless and keep all of you.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation. 1690 WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
Florence eyeing the East anniversary parade. I'm Barbara Cusack. Tropical storm Florence could threaten the East Coast as a major hurricane in the week ahead. South Carolina's Governor Henry McMaster said they're getting ready.
We don't know if it is going to come to South Carolina. If it does, we don't know when. And if it does, we don't know how strong it'll be. But again, it's a strong storm now. It's been strong, and it has the potential to get very strong.
Virginia's governor declared a state of emergency in anticipation of the potential impact of Florence. Across the country, California is battling another massive wildfire.
The so-called Delta Fire, which broke out on Wednesday, is marching through the Shasta Trinity National Forest about 250 miles north of San Francisco. Progress is being made, but as the containment grows, so does the fire, so the official containment is at or near zero. A lot of the effort is protecting mountain homes scattered about. Roughly 300 people are under mandatory evacuation orders. Some 1,600 more are told to be ready. The fire has also shut down about 45 miles of the main highway between Canada and Mexico, Interstate 5, forcing people who rely on that road about 120 miles out of their way. Jim Roop, Los Angeles.
North Korea staged a huge military parade to mark its 70th anniversary as a nation, but held back its most advanced missiles. Nearly half of the parade was devoted to civilian efforts to build a domestic economy. While Kim Jong-un attended the parade, he did not address the assembled crowd. Former President Obama in Orange County, California, working the crowd to get out the vote for Democrats in the midterm elections. Obama said if voters don't step up, things could get worse. A giant trash collection device left San Francisco on its way to pick up plastic litter floating in the Pacific Ocean between California and Hawaii. The floating boom was heading toward the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. I'm Barbara Cusack.
Behind on your federal student loan payments? You may qualify to have your entire student loan forgiven with one free call. That's right, if you're a teacher, police officer, firefighter, or work for a nonprofit, federal programs are still available to have your entire student loan forgiven. Student Loan Options wants to give you free information on all the programs that can help. Call now, 800-374-0311, 800-374-0311, 800-374-0311.
Spring showers bring more than flowers. They also bring that familiar musty smell to your basement, usually caused by too much moisture, molds, and mildew. Don't bother with a dehumidifier.